Time to bring the thunder. Let the heavens rage! Zeus!
Hello everyone, OP12 here with another Reiju gameplay. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like, share this video. Let me know what you think about Reiju in the current OP12 meta. This time against Green Zoro. Definitely an interesting match as Zoro is considered as a meta deck. Here we have some big fans. LZ for life, best team in Switzerland. If you don't agree with it, leave a like, leave a comment. I don't care. Who knows? They know. So, you saw my first hand. I decided to make a mulligan. I won the dice roll and decided to go second. The second hand looks awful, to be honest. I mean, 3 Marias, 1 stage and a small Reiju. Okay, the stage is not bad. The small Reiju to already have it in my hand is also not bad. Showing this amazing hand to my neighbors, just to flex a bit around with some purplish alternate cards in my hand. Drawing into Porsche, of course playing stage. I have to trash here and Maria because I want to use the Porsche probably next turn. Here I thought that I forgot to draw, but this is not true. After I counted and I did draw for the turn. So playing here G Searcher, and I see the purple big Reiju, which is a quite good target because I have the next turn Porsche play. So my opponent goes here. My opponent played in the first turn the Searcher, I don't remember the name, and uses the ability, taking, I don't know, probably a 2k. Or is it the... Oh no, I think it's the 4 cost, which can rest something. So, yeah, Green Zoro. What do you guys think? Is it #1 leader in OP12 meta? I'm not quite sure. I mean, it is quite straightforward, to be honest. The lines are quite clear. But people maybe think it's too easy to play, which is not true. If you want to pilot it on a high level, you definitely need to master the deck as well. So here, going into my second turn, use the Sanji for a free swing into his Searcher. And now, yeah, I think the best option here is to play Porsche exactly into small Reiju. So here seeing a small and a big EGG hurts, but at least I have a target with Porsche, which is with this deck build not usual because you only have Porsche itself and Blocker Chopper as a target. So you miss quite a lot with the Porsche search. But yeah, I still think it's necessary to play Porsche in the deck. It can just help you to be more aggressive. So draw leader ability. And now, yep, effect Reiju, draw 2 cards again. So I'm drawing here into not really useful cards, to be honest. Swing here 5, playing even a blocker, why not? Because Cosette is on the blocker effect. Thinking about using the stage or not, I think I'm thinking what should I trash. I decide here to trash a 2k Reiju, which is quite interesting. I think there were 2 other options we could consider. It is the Gum Gum Lightning and also the Blocker Chopper. The thing is, against this matchup as Reiju, you really need your blockers. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, Gum Gum Lightning can help you win this game. Maybe you know already, you have your own experiences, but Green Zoro plays Cavendish, which can be really annoying, plays the blocker Mihawk, which you can KO with the Ichi-Chi Gum Gum Lightning combination. So yeah, everything is possible. Here my opponent used, of course, the ability of his character, which is able to rest something. And I used, of course, my blocker Cosette and took the 9k swing into my life. Important, protect your board. And the easiest way to protect your board is to spam, if I could speak, to spam blockers, if possible. In combination with, the best way would be a small combo. So swinging here aggressively, forcing my opponent to use some counters. Play here small Reiju into probably the 2k Reiju, yep. So I'm able to use first leader ability to draw and then top 5, take something and trash the rest. So here's quite interesting. What will I take? I mean, I have Black Maria in my hand. I could consider to take Judge, play next turn Black Maria, and the turn after I have probably enough dons for Judge. As I'm playing only one Judge currently in the deck, I think it could make sense to take him. The other option would have been probably another Searcher. Interesting. So I'm taking the Judge just to trash it away, which... yeah, okay. I do not believe in the Judge play. Yeah. Stage Search. I still do not see any Ichi-Chis beside the ones I had to bottom deck with Porsche effect. But those are only one small and one big, which means 3 and 3 are still in the deck or in the life. And here again, as mentioned before, play blocker just to be safe. And here this time my opponent decides to play the same card, rests my blocker, and now he will definitely go hard into one of my characters. And I think this is the right strategy as a Green Zoro player, to rest the blocker and then swing into a character or the blocker, whatever you wish, but I think into a character makes more sense. But I have also some hand cards, so I'm countering out here this 8k swing, and he goes into life, and this one I take. So basically my strategy is protect your board, take your life. And interesting. Another one. This was a good one from my opponent. So he used his event to restand his leader again. So I had to take here 2 hits. I have a Gum Gum Lightning trigger. I think this is, yeah, this is a ramp trigger, which why not? I should take, because I don't need 2 Gum Gum Lightnings in my hand. So still having Searcher Sanji on the field helps a lot to clear his character, which restands something. I was lucky enough to see a small Ichi-Chi from my life, and now I draw top deck the other Ichi-Chi, but to be fair enough, we did already some filter things. We did 2 or 3 times stage, we had Searcher Sanji, so it was time to see my Ichi-Chis as well. So, yep, trashing here Ichi-Chi, and we see here another 2 Ichi-Chis, which definitely one of them I will take into my hand, because I know now 2 of my small Ichi-Chis are somewhere in the bottom half of my deck. So as you see, as a Reiju player, you always need a little bit to have a track on what you bottom deck, so that you know which cards you have access to or potential to draw into. This is something very important. And the last time when I watched a video from a different YouTuber, I think he had a very nice trick. So the first time when he searches something, he remembers the card he puts on the top pile on the bottom deck. And when this card pops up again, he knows that from this point on, you actually should know more or less which cards are coming, because you decided them to put on bottom deck and also in which order. Coming back into the game, I'm here swinging, of course, into leader, quite aggressive. Replacing finally my Sun G Searcher with EGG, using EGG ability here to draw something, and probably swing another 7, could be also 8. I could also have considered here to play another blocker. Let's see. It seems like my opponent has something which he can trigger. Probably not. So deciding here to play another blocker. It seems like. Which could make sense. Because it could be dangerous, exactly. It could be very dangerous. If he's able to rest my blocker and then try to swing 3 times somehow with an event, with the restand event. So I think this was the idea why I played the second blocker. Anyway, 2 blockers against Green Zoro, it's always, I think, a good board state. I have okayish amount of counter in my hand, 2 2Ks and 3 1Ks. And the Gum Gum Lightning, this one which I can definitely use, maybe somewhere in a potential last turn of mine where I KO a blocker of him, or anything super annoying like Cavendish, for example. Yeah, maybe my opponent was also a little bit unlucky. By the way, my opponent, one of my teammates, LZ Hans, shout out to him, playing Green Zoro. Definitely a great deck choice. So he's thinking, yeah, I think I'm definitely in a more comfortable situation than him. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, probably his best play here is Mihawk. Stabilize a big body with blocker effect is always good. But if you see it, guys, he only has 2 hand cards available. Of course, because I was able to poke him all the time with my 5k swings, he loses quite fast some hand cards. So he swings here first into EGG with, what is it, like 10k? 10k, which means basically 2 2Ks, and I'm fine. I could also use a blocker, but I decided to defend here because, yeah, I want to use the blocker when he swings into my life and to have 1 blocker left just in case things should happen, and to make sure that I'm still alive. Drawing here to another top deck HEG, very good, which I definitely will use to trash it away with stage. Taking here probably another small Reiju, exactly. And now you guys can see what I was talking earlier in this video already about. It's the EGG into Gum Gum Lightning KO a 8k body of your opponent combo, which is crazy strong, to be honest. Bam, you see it. Bye bye Mihawk. Of course it costs me 3 dons, -3 dons, but I think in this specific scenario it was definitely worth to spend 3 dons. As I'm not quite scared of losing next turn. My opponent has only 2 cards left. I'm thinking here like how to swing, and I start still with a 5k swing, and now I can check if he still has a 2k available. He has, so we can go here 5, 7, and mathematically it should be done 9. Thank you so much for watching this game. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.